Here I am again. This is Consuelo from Consuelo's Viola's Daughter. My podcast is mostly about crocheting, and up to now, that's about all I do is crochet. I do no other skills, or I should say crafts. They involve knitting, embroidery, cross stitch, needlepoint, painting, sketching, um, jewelry making. I usually do copper wire, some little bit of silver, but mostly copper. Um, with gemstones and copper wire weaving. And but my love is crocheting. So I'm here today to give you a little taste of some of my crocheting. If you've seen my other podcasts and you are already a subscriber, I want to thank you. Thank you very much for being here today. And very, very, very much thanks to all my new subscribers. I picked up a few today, and I'm so glad to have you here with me. And you're probably wondering, well, what is that old lady in the hat doing there? Well, I thought since I've been making a lot of these hats for the summer, which are really good for those bad hair days, I thought I'd show you a couple of them. I'm kind of hooked on this one. Is just a regular hat. I didn't have a design. I just said, I'm going to make a hat. And that's what I did. If you notice, my brim is pretty sturdy. And it's cool because it bends and it conforms. But I used Mod Podge. Is that the right way to say it? Mod Podge. You have to think about it. I always say Mod Podge, but it's not Mod Podge. But I put 2 layers on one side and 2 layers on the other, and I got this nice stiff brim. And this was a trial between me and it was actually a collaboration, I should say. Jeanette from DOY Creations. Let me say that right. DOY Creations 7. She and I got to talking one day on a live, and I love her lives. She has them on Sunday, and it's a nice crowd that comes all the time and visits, and she spends about a couple of hours on Sunday morning. I think she's 11 o'clock for me. I think she's probably 10 for Chicago, which is the next time zone, I believe. But don't believe me. Just check it out. Go to her YouTube site and subscribe to her, and then she'll get the notifications. I'm really bad on time. I do not mark time well. I usually don't even know at this point what day it is, and I'm trying only because of the holiday. I have a good tab on it. Today's July 3rd, day before Independence Day here in the U.S. So, who wouldn't know what day it is if you're in the U.S.? So I thought I'd wear these hats that I made and show you some of this. This was my first. This was my prototype. I was like, I want a hat with a brim. And then Jeanette, a.k.a. Soraya, decided, let's try putting Mod Podge on it and see if that works. Well, this is cotton, 100% cotton, I believe. If not, it might be a blend, but I think it's mostly, it's not mercanized. It's, one of the cottons from Premier. So it's not the stiff one. So it's very soft in the top, but I stiffened the crown. And I'm going to show you the other ones. Let's see. Got a few of them here. And pardon the hair. It's going to be a bad hair day. But that's when you wear these hats, and then nobody gets to see all that. So I'll put this one on. And I'm not a very good model, I should tell you that. I'm sure you found out by now. It only took you 5 minutes, right? Okay, so this one is the style. I don't know if you can see it well. Has a little front post on it. Covers up my bad hair days. I only have I don't even have to let this show if I don't want to. And it's a design. I didn't design it, so I can't take credit. I'm going to do the right thing by my fellow creators, by Lyza Walters. Yeah, Walters. So it's either Lyza or Lyza. She might say Lyza. It's L-Z-Y-A, Walters. You have to put the L-Z-Y-A, or else you're not going to get there. Or is it L-Y-Z-A? Yeah, L-Y-Z-A. Anyway, I'm going to put it down in the description box. Hopefully I can find a link and I'll put that in there, because she has a whole tutorial on how to do the cap part, and the brim. I get lots of compliments when I wear it out. This is great. I made it a jean color, also cotton. So it goes great with my jeans. Those days I'm slipping around to the grocery store or the post office. That's about the only place I go anyway. So I don't go anywhere else. That, Michael's, I don't even go to Joann's. I always order online, even though I have like 2 Joann's not that far away from me. I live here in New Jersey, so we have a lot of stores. I think that's our state pastime is shopping. So we have multiples of the same store within, stone throw from our house. And I still order online anyway, because I started buying from Joann's though during this, sorry, I need a glass of water, during this pandemic. And I just got in the habit of ordering on my phone, putting things in the cart and just they send it to you. If you order a certain amount, you get shipping free. And also, not only the shipping free, they got a lot of coupons, especially for the stuff I buy. Now I hear people say they don't seem to find it. Well, I'm not into designer yarn. I'm just making stuff to keep my hands busy and things I like. And since it's summer, I like cotton. So you don't have to get designer cotton. You could just use regular cotton, because it's going to go in the wash. It's going to go on my head, in the wash, and back on my head again. So this is one of her designs. I believe she calls it something about baseball cap. I'll put that all in the description below. I'm really bad with the titles. I'm going to tell you probably in reverse of what it says. It's also, I Mod Podged it. I'm really big on this right now, because you see how I can conform it. I can make it, real sporty, or I can wear it flatter, or, you can do stuff to it. And it stays like that. Like, you don't have to fix it. Like when you just do straight crocheting, I find it kind of like flops and dips and stuff. And I like this style, especially when I'm wearing my athletic wear. I don't know how athletic I am, but I have the clothes on that looks like I'm doing something, jogging pants and a t-shirt. And that's our uniform right now for most of us, since we don't all go back to work yet. I don't go to work, I'm retired, so I work out of the house. So this is my jean color, and you see it has the nice, detailing. Can you see that? It has triple front post, one, and it's really simple. It's, it's the regular stuff. You start with your, they do magic circle. I do regular one, I pull the string and it becomes tight. So I don't know, I haven't gotten into doing magic circle. It's 12, and then you work out from there and keep adding it. And once you got to 4 in between, you stop and just keep going straight, just keep going down. So this one's, I like that pattern that she made, and I'm not going to fix my hair because I'm going to keep trying hats on. So I just made this one last night, and I haven't finished Mod Podging it. the brim, you see how nice and soft it is? But I have one more coat to put on, but I thought you might like seeing it. This is I made this one a little less deep. It's just a cap to keep it all under wraps here. So it's a little less deep, and I was trying to see if I could do that, except for my gray show. Anyway, I might have to revamp that design. It's giant color. That's for my boys. I tell them giants. I just like the blue, so. And then you can smooth it out Like I said, it needs one more coat. I didn't do the top coat yet. And it's a simplified version of that one with the front, what's it, front post, double crochet. And then I ended it with the single crochet, made just a band. Everything was worked in the circle, no turning. And I didn't even put that little extra doodah that I have on the other one where I have the post going down over the single crochet. It's easy enough to do, I just didn't do it. I'm making some variations in my my hat. I think I showed you that. No, I didn't show you this one. This is the same hat, same cotton like the other one. I think it came out better. I love it in this white. And now this is a variation on the same one. Can you see it? Because I'll go closer so you can see the stitching and the detail, because you really don't need to see my face. So I'm just trying to show you the detail. And this one I did something different again, because that's me. I never do the same thing twice. I made the brim a tad bit, like maybe another row or two deeper, so that it has the golfing visor look. The other one had like baseball. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I made a little longer visor. I made it softer part about the head here. I added an extra row here. I didn't do, did I do the extra detail? No, I don't think I did. But I made it full hair for the days when my hair, you know, sometimes in the summer my hair explodes. It just, if I take it out of these rubber bands, it just gets, it just explodes. So I would have room, I could tuck all my hair. This one I could tuck all my hair up in the hat, you know, hide it all the way up there if I had to. You know, especially like if it rains or something, you don't really want your hair out getting dripping wet. So that's the white version with a slight variation, not too much. I'm trying to put it in the camera so you, oh, this side. I don't know why it's, see, I did the extra, you add the extra bar, only partly. And then you go down over the ridge, or whatever you call this, the band, I guess a band. So now I noticed that I had this ridge standing up. Doesn't bother me on the white, but then again, I had to do another variation. So, what did I do? It's one more hat. I'll show the other variation before I get to it. Don't look at the hair, okay? That's why I'm wearing a hat. Okay, now this one, isn't that, you see how nice and stiff it is with the Mod Podge? In our house, we all do that. We all jump in and we say Mod Podge. I don't know where we got that from, but it's the only way we know how to say it. So this one I just made yesterday. And I put a little band. And I'm thinking I have small wooden buttons, so I might put small wooden buttons. I was going to put something shiny, but I think with my shiny glasses and the mask and everything else, I don't think you need any more embellishments on your head. I feel like a Christmas tree as it is, you know, the earrings, the glasses, the hat, the mask. I'll probably put wooden ones. I have some dull, nondescript wooden ones, and they'll probably be there. Maybe even the buckle. I could make it out of wire. That's an idea. I could make buckles. Yeah, I could do that. So this is a variation of the same design. Sorry, Lyza, but that's me. I made it less deep. It's shorter on the crown. I took off maybe a half a row, a half an inch. I didn't go down that far because I found it was like going over my ears. And I always have earrings on, so I didn't really need it to go over my ears. And I made it a little tighter. The brim is probably the same length. And I put a band. This is a band on top. I haven't steamed it yet. I usually steam them to flatten things out, but I didn't steam it. But I have a band over here to cover the stitch that I usually have standing up. I put the band. So this is for my camouflage. You know, you wear camouflage greens and khakis, and it'll make it look like I care when I go out. You know, this could be I don't think this, oh, my hair won't fit underneath this one, but I don't think I need it. And I don't know if you can see the stitch. You see me doing these contortion bends here. That's just, hopefully you can see the stitching. I see this is kind of bubbling, but I could steam that and flatten that out. And you see how nice the Mod Podge works? You don't even know I have it on there if I don't tell you. Except for my brim stays where I put it. And like I said, it's still soft enough that you could do, some people want their brim tight, some people like it flat, I don't know. Whatever you want. And it takes what? A skein. You know the Dollar Tree skein, which is what, about 100 yards. Takes a skein and a third, I would say. So what would that be, like 130? So if you have 150 yards, you got a hat with a brim. You can either make the brim, if you have 2 skeins, you can make the brim even bigger if you choose to. You know, you can make it deeper. Because I still have like, more than a yard. This is actually acrylic. Okay, this is what I have left. Yeah, I didn't use even a third of it. I used 1 skein of this, which is this one. I have it here. My trusty shelf over here. 1 skein of this. I hope you can read it because I'm looking at it backwards. It's let me put that down. It's Premier, just yarn, worsted weight. That's 4 ply, right? Oh God, I'm scaring you. Sorry. It's 4 ply, and how many yards are in here? Oh, it's 131, and I used just a little bit more because I don't know, maybe for the brim I used a little bit more, but this is what I have left, which is almost a whole one, so I really used a little, really a little. So if you would have 2. I got these at the Dollar Tree. It's $2. You buy 2, you know, and you can get. I probably can get another hat. I can get a beanie out of this. It's enough left that I can get a beanie. But I have so many of this skeins. I think I got maybe 3 or 4 at least in that mess over there in that corner. All right, so I showed you that one. So so far I showed you 5 hats. But that's how I do it. I'll do like 5 or 6 of something, and then I won't do it anymore. I think I will be doing this again because one of my sons asked me for one. And if he asks me for one, he probably wants 2. He probably wants 1 black. Because in the East Coast, that's all anybody wears, black. They probably want 1 black and maybe 1 gray or a light color. So this one is the gray one. And if my hair would cooperate, it would be easy to put on, but you know, you never know with this hair. Sometimes it falls and it looks like I did a wonderful job, and the next time it's sticking out like a gray bramble bush. All right, so this one, I had it thrown around, so it got a little dented. But if you spray it, you can get it softened up. And again, it's a variation. It's the longer crown, which I would say I have a medium-sized head, so it's like 7 inches. That's how the measurements I use. I told you I don't like measuring anything, so it's my hand. My hand is 7.5 from here to the tip, not my nails. So I put it here, and if it fits my head, which probably everybody does, because your hand, your head, your elbows, all of those are related. So that's the center of my head to here. I got it, all right? So that means that fits my head. That's 7 inches. And this is Mod Podge, and you can do what you want with this. You can kind of bend it this way, you can bend it that way, and that's it. Did I do a variation? Yeah, and I did a variation on this one. I took out all the double rows. So if you go in the tutorial, she might have the extra 2 little half rows that come up here. That really is a nice detail. I really actually like it. I think I just forgot. I know I was doing it. because I didn't look at her tutorial anymore. I got it in my head. After 6 hats, you think I would? I should, right? So I made what? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I didn't make 6. I lied. I made 8. Because I made 2 more for my daughter. She got a red one and another color. I don't remember now. So I made 8. I think I'm about done with the hats. I might make a brown one or a charcoal gray. I don't think I'll make a black. I have lots of black hats. So I'll probably make a brown one or a tan one. And that'll be I would like a red one, wouldn't I? Yeah, maybe a red one. For myself, not for my daughter. So, so far, 8. Like I said, I do those in bunches. While I have the pattern in my head, I'll just keep making them. And of course, I get bored, so I end up, tweaking it here, tweaking it there. I'm not any different than anybody else. I've heard all of you whose YouTube videos I listen to, and we all do that. We all add our special touch. It's part of being a creator. I can't say designer because I didn't design this, but I'm gonna, do change-ups, and that's the way it goes. I was also thinking, how sometimes you have a cool charm or something that you could put one little one. That's if you're not flashy enough. I mean, like you don't have earrings and glasses and mask and all the jewelry that I wear. You might want something else on it, like, I don't know, fishing tackle? I don't know. I'm stretching as usual. Okay, so I got all my hats on, and this is basically what I wanted to show you in this YouTube podcast. And I think I'm into the 20 minutes, and I've tortured you enough. I'm sure I have lots of beanies around the house. You can see one back there. I don't know. Can you see it? No, she doesn't have it on. Oh my God. All the hats I have. I usually have one on her. There's one across there on the other mannequin. She has a beanie on that I made without a tutorial. It's actually my design. And the other one over there. 2 more over there. So they're all over this poor room. This is supposed to be my living room, but I live in my living room. So, any corner you go to, I probably have something in there of mine. I let the guys that live here, they have a little spot here and there, but I got all 4 corners as mine, and the rest in between they could use. And anybody who comes here loves us. So I'm not entertaining or putting on airs. They know what I do, and they're going to see it. And I try to keep it just neat and clean. That's all I can do. But I'm not going to get rid of it. And like I told you, I do have a room that I was going to use for my craft room, but I just haven't made it to the room because I will have to organize stuff, and I haven't gotten to that yet. And I probably have to buy some shelving of some kind. I don't think I'll move this stuff out because in the winter I probably won't even go to the craft room. Be isolated and it's close to outside. We'll see. So all the little plans that you have in your head, some of them will come to fruition and the rest of them won't. But I had a wonderful day. I got to meet Billy on the live chat, and Lyza, the Canadian, I think it's Canadian crocheter. She's great. And I love Billy and Jamie and Carrie. Carrie, the yarny elephant, the yarny elephant. Yeah. I'm gonna get these names right. Don't worry. Eventually, I'll get them all right, and I'll give you your just dues. I'll say them the right way so somebody can find you. But Carrie has an unusual name, I think. Keri. She just started her podcast too, and so I was glad to be there. It made my morning nice and exciting, and I didn't have any plans. I was in the middle of having breakfast when she came on and asked me to come up. So I was a little coffee deprived, so I was slurring more than I usually do. You know how it is when you need your coffee. And it didn't taste the same once I was on the podcast. I don't know. I see guys drinking coffee and coffee, tea, and eating. I can't do any of that stuff. That's one of the perks of crocheting too, because when you crochet, you don't eat. You have to stop crocheting and eat. And I always have to do one more row, so I end up, an hour passed, and I go, oh God, I didn't eat. And I can't prove it because I'm just as fluffy as the next guy. But that's the way it goes. Imagine how big I would be if I didn't crochet. So I just want to thank everybody. I think I've overstayed my welcome, and I have more stuff to show you guys. I like seeing other people's work. So that's one of the reasons why I look at the podcast. You inspire me. Sometimes I'm faltering. I know I want to make something, but I don't know what. And I have this yummy yarn, and then I look at someone else and they go, aha, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something in that line, scarf, shawl, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed looking at some of my makes. And there's more to come. I have no intention of stopping right now. I have four summer tops that are completed. Is it four? It's 3 summer tops and a poncho. And the poncho's not summer. So if I put it in the right category, it's not for summer. You don't want to wear that poncho in the summer. So I'm going to show you. I'll have to make another podcast for that. And actually, I do have 4. I have 2 more tops that I didn't show you that I've made. I don't think anyone's no, it hasn't been on YouTube. So I'll put those on. And I hope that you come back. I hope I haven't bored you too long or kept you too long. But you guys inspire me. I feel really welcomed in YouTube land. And I only feel warmth and love and sharing and inspired. And I hope that you feel that way too. And come back and visit me again. And thank you again to all my new subscribers and my now existing subscribers, as long as you don't leave me. So, I'll see you again. And thank you so much. Good night.